Hi, in this case brief, I have Beussink versus Woodland. Facts on this case. In early of February 1998, Brandon Beussink created a personal website on the internet using his own personal computer and no school facilities or resources. There he made a non-defamatory but highly critical remarks of administration and their actions at Woodland High School, using vulgar language to convey his opinions regarding the teachers, the principal, and the school's own homepage. A student who had accessed the site during school hours with the intention of getting Brandon in trouble showed it to a member of Woodland's faculty. The criticism upset the teacher, and consequently, the principal of the school was informed. During the fourth period on that day, the principal was informed Brandon received a 5-day suspension, citing the offensive nature of his site as a rationale. During the seventh period of the same day, Brandon's suspension was increased from 5 to 10 days. The Woodland School District has an absentee policy which drops students' grades in each class by one letter grade for each unexcused absence in the excess of 10 days. Suspension days are considered unexcused absences. At the time of the suspension, Brandon already accumulated 8.5 days of unexcused absences. The additional 10 days of suspension increased his number of unexcused absences to 18.5, which resulted in him failing all of his classes in which he had enrolled for the second semester of his junior year. Some of the questions and issues of this case. Was his suspension for criticizing the school violation of the First Amendment rights and freedom of speech? The holdings in this case, Judge Rodney Sipple held that the school officials may not punish the student for content of his or her personal homepage unless the material creates a substantial disruption at school. The First Amendment freedoms for every minimal period of time, unquestionable constitution, irreparable injuries. Some of the legal rationale in this case, the judge said that the suspension was unconstitutional, the breach of Beussink's First Amendment right. Sipple ruled that the high school officials did not show that the suspension was caused by something more than the mere desire to avoid the discomfort and unpleasantness that always accompanies an unpopular viewpoint. The school was prohibited from using the 10-day suspension in applying its absentee policy to Beussink's grades. It was also prohibited to restrict Beussink's use of his home computer to repost his webpage.